On the corner.
3, 2, 1, fire. One fire.
Hold on 1 second, family. Let me make sure I got all this audio together. Yeah. I came on a little early, family, because I gotta. Make sure. Hold on, family. I know I got in early. Give me 1 second, family. Tune in. I started a little early, so I got some appointments I gotta run to. Tune in early. Tap in with me. Let me know how you're feeling this morning at 9 o'clock. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. We finna open up conversation today, family. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We finna get down to it, family. We finna get to it. We got a lot to do. Talk about. Y'all know y'all want to talk about council. Let me get your group. Okay, let me send this stuff out. I gotta put it in all these groups, man. Because really, we had a we terrible what's going on. And we being rocked to sleep. What's up, Mrs. Gladys Williams in the building? Good morning, beloved. We being rocked to sleep. Thank you for tapping in, Miss Gladys. Thank you. I know I started early, family. I got some appointments I gotta go to. That's why I tapped in a little early. I got some appointments I gotta run to. You know how them appointments be. But I'm here. I am here. We finna get this thing rocking this morning. Ain't no sense still waiting for Detroit federal court to hear my lawsuit. Beloved. Hey, listen, they gonna get to you, beloved. We gonna hit her with a happy born day, even though I don't. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Let's get down to it, family. Hold on, let me put myself in the mix. That ain't the one. Nope, that ain't the one I'm looking for. Here we go, family. I'm about to tap in. Be patient with me. Work with your brother. I was just sharing. I hate when they do that. They don't never let me in. They do not deliberately don't want me to be seeing what's going on. Family, we up this morning. I'm not setting out. I'm not setting out of court. Now I feel you. The lovely Miss Sheila in the building. How you doing, beloved? Family, we finna get down to this madness is going on. I know I put some stuff up on my page I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna get through the easy stuff first, and then we're gonna rock through because we really need to have real conversations, family. I think we being hoodwinked by people that we think really is here to help us, and they really helping themselves. And shout out to the young stars for letting me put my stuff up in there. I'm just saying, I think we really being played, family, and I think these different organizations, oh shit, let me redo this. It just messed me up right there. I'm trying to figure out why my shit always timing out. Okay, young stars, y'all let me get my stuff over there. Good looking. I think, in all honesty, we've been hoodwinked, family. We letting these people play in our face and tell us how they care for us and they gonna do this and do that. Then when we look at them, all they doing is setting their stuff up right. I mean, getting themselves together. Let me get that right. But hold on, let me get this. I'm looking at all these pictures and stuff going on. Like this is crazy. Hold on, let me get this because I watched this. Oh shit, that's on the wrong one. Let me get back to this one right here. No wonder I couldn't find where I was at. Mm. Let me go here. This is a good one. Let me go back. We're on the Detroit Metro Times. Let me see some. Detroit Metro Times. Why Flint don't ever put stuff up like this? Let me see, who did I miss? The Dreamer. Thank you for tapping in. Y'all hit that like button for Otis too. OG Kicks, what it do? Because family, we go through this every year, every 4 years. We looking at who the next people. I'm saying black people. We have a savior complex like it ain't nothing. We want somebody to come. We think somebody gonna come help us out, and we not gonna help ourselves. Let me put this article up for y'all can see what I'm talking about. We got a savior complex. Let me see when this was did. Oh, June 22nd. June 22nd, 2026. Drinking water expert who helped expose Flint crisis sues Trump administration after EPA firing. Wow. Said a Michigan drinking water expert who helped expose the Flint water crisis suing the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency alleged she was fired for signing a petition critical of the Trump administration environmental policies. Elin Warren Batenzo filed the federal lawsuit on Monday in U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Michigan, accusing EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin of violating her First Amendment rights by suspending and later removing her from the National Drinking Water Advisory Council, a federal panel that advises the agency on drinking water policy. Wow. It never ceased to amaze me. Then we had, what was the fella last night that came up there and said that the water was all right. Miss Kariza, how you doing, beloved? I'm like, when do we grow up and realize we've been hoodwinked, we've been all of these things, but yet we don't. And then why is Detroit the only? Like, why the Flint papers don't do nothing? Why they don't put nothing out there? Like, is y'all mad about that? Do anybody have an attitude? We don't care. It's like, oh well, the ones did it before us. It's like, Lord have mercy. No, they talking about me. I'm talking about their ass this morning. Like, do we even have common sense anymore? The easiest thing is just, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, we sit up here. Mm-mm. I'm telling you, I can't. I'm so sick of these people with these text messages. It's just like, mm-mm. I'm serious. What's up, JoJo in the building? How you doing, beloved? You see what she said? Flint Poison City, USA. How is y'all doing? I know I tricked some of y'all by coming on early, but look, I had to get in because I got an appointment to go to. And I'm keeping this up. I voted for Kamala because I know it's going to piss people off, but you know me, I don't care about how your feelings is. I don't. I'm being honest with you. I don't really care. I don't, because like a lot of the stuff I'm saying on Detroit GM plant, I bet you people ain't, why they steady hollering for bring General Motors back. Let me give you what General Motors got going on right now, family. If y'all don't think this going to be y'all in a minute, shame on you. Y'all see this Detroit GM plant replaces hundreds of workers with robot union furious. Now, I don't know how true this is. I just picked it up, you know, and I just got it. I'm looking and get into the trades. Robots can't replace that. Well, they will build one. If people understand, you don't have to pay robots. You don't have to worry about them getting tired. This is where the future is headed to, whether people believe it or not. This is where we at right now. I'm telling you, this is where we at. And I got some stuff. I know I'm finna make y'all mad this morning, but I needed to play this because when I saw this right here, it made me think. Hold on, where this at right here? Let me see, is this it right here? Boy, when I tell you. Oh, yeah, this it right here. This is when you know people. And like I said, I'll be watching different things, different shows and stuff. This one right here, this is, oh, hold on, let me come back. Yeah, y'all ain't gonna probably like, let me get it right. Let me get it right. Let me get it right. Stop. Let me go this one right here. Ah, this one right here is good. And this is what is it? Dean Withers, MAGA caught Slayer. Y'all know I'll be on Facebook and on X. It said I would have crawled under the table after that lash, and he did not hold back from her. And I think this is what some of the people have. They don't want to be honest. They don't want to be honest. Let me put this up here. Let me play this for my people. Hold on. Let me play this.
Questions because you're trying to get me. So, you're asking me all of these questions because you're trying to get me. Okay, yeah, I might not have all of these little things that you remember, but what I know is common sense. And Biden's administration is not common sense.
So, ma'am, the reason why I picked you to come up to the microphone, knowing that it'd be a disaster, is because I think that you are a very accurate representation of where the right is at today in modern political discourse and American politics. I think that you and many others are clueless people who don't know what they're talking about, have done no previous investigation or research into the American political system, can't even name a bill that Biden passed that you disagree with, yet you think he's a devil, and blame Obama for all of your problems, including the FBI, quote unquote, going into the J6 riots 4 years after his administration was over. And I think that it is very important for you, me, everybody in the circle, and everybody watching at home to start caring about the world that we live in, start caring about critical thought, and doing investigative research into our beliefs and why we believe them before our world has gone to this of baseless claims, propaganda, and just putrid nonsense that is highlighted in the mouths and brains of politicians, the president, and cable news. It's important for us to think critically, and that's something that I don't think you do.
And listen, I'm just not saying it's just the MAGA voters is on that level. I'm saying it's both sides. But I'm just saying because when you hear them say Obama had the worst deal, Trump and Obama gave them billions. Trump finna give them billions. It's just to me how sometimes people get like I hear some blacks saying some of the stuff Trump doing ain't bad. Look, don't get it twisted. I try to look and weigh the eyes on everything. Then when I'm hearing and these were up there women. These were all women that I forgot the name of that show where they be having the liberals or the conservatives battling, the liberals or the conservatives. They had one verse 20 or whatever. To me, it just showed me how clueless a lot of people is. Like that lady, because it was more to it than her conversation. She was up on there. But when I listened to a lot of them people was talking, then when it came to the January 6th, they didn't see nothing wrong with what happened on January 6th. But to me, I don't think the fella Dean Withers or what Withers, if I'm saying your name wrong, I apologize. If why don't nobody say, hey, if that was Black Lives Matter up there? would have been justified for them to go up there to Congress. It's just, to me, sometimes, and that lady claimed that she was a liberal at one time and she left and went away. Like, I get some of her kicks from what she was on, and she was making sense when she was talking about, good morning, the lovely Hope Beasley. Thank you for tapping in. And family, me and Brother Elliot going to be on at 4 o'clock. We're going to go 4 to 5, and then I will be leaving after the show to go over there. So I'll be leaving at 5 o'clock when we do Conspiracy Tuesday. I'll be heading over to the data centers because I know y'all want to see that. Good morning, the lovely Granny G. Thank you for tapping in. Good morning, the lovely Sharon. You know, when the women come in, I have to recognize all the queens when they're coming in. And I think the Democratic Party has lost its touch. Because what she was saying, she made some points. The Democratic Party is more on the, you know what I'm saying, the same sex type understanding. I get what she was saying, how some people can be turned off when they fighting on immigration. Because it was a lot about immigration when they came up there. We get rid of these people. It's like, but you didn't say nothing about the Afrikaners that Trump brought here. And that's what I be feeling like when they send these liberals up there. Won't y'all speak? I get it, you know what I'm saying, on a lot of stuff, but won't y'all speak to who's been y'all number one supporters? And I'm listening. Oh, you got to get with the Latino community. You got to get with this, and I'm like, why is it that we're allowing the Democrats to play the same game that we'll say here? Is somebody behind? It's a puppet. But why won't they come out and say, hey, make it look reasonable? When bring up how they did the Black Panther Party. See, the liberals not going to touch on that. They're not going to touch on that. It's just what it is. We'll blame the person before. Obama had been gone. Biden came in, but a lot of them conservatives will steady bringing up Obama name. And I'm gonna speak on Obama too, because what I'm hearing about, what's up, Hassan Pinchback? How you doing? About Obama not paying the black contractors. That's terrible, and that's terrible, family. If that is true. If that is true, but everybody went up there and celebrated. This is how delusional we is until what's really going on what's going on in our society. Where we cheer billionaires on and millionaires, but we look down on the poor people. We look down because we have a feeling like because that's the real lottery, when they let you come up there and get money. That's the real lottery. Like when people around here hitting the lottery, yeah, I get it. You get that one pay at one time, but that's even hypocritical. The lotto, I gotta give you a third of my money if I hit. It's crazy. It's crazy. A lot of the stuff. What's going on? The lovely LaWanda Terry, the lovely Lanita Murray. How you doing? And the lovely Terry Nixon. Y'all see when the queens come in, I gotta recognize them. It's just, and we playing games. We do. We playing games here. No different here. See, it's easy to point out Trump, and we can point out the racism here, but they don't want to point out the racism in your own backyard where you can see it at. You know, we can point out the Stephen Millers, but what about the Stephen Millers that's here? And I'm being honest, we sit up here, we let people like Rivet come down here. We let people like, well, let me say Congressman Rivet. We let Governor Gretchen Whitmer come. We let all these politicians come down here, all these events they throw. You finna see them popping up. But then when they get in office, guess who get the help? Maybe the person that was up there saying, I can go get these Negroes. They're going to vote for us, boss. Stuff like that. Like we really being sold out. And like I say, we sitting up here, we praising, we want to praise people. And I'm not knocking nobody. I'm just saying anybody that's in politics, I am going to knock y'all or want to be in politics. I am, because y'all stepping out into this saying what y'all going to do right. Y'all come up here every 4 years and lie to these residents. Lie to them. And the pastors, y'all help them. Y'all come right up here and lie to the residents. Oh, we're going to get this for you. But who be benefiting? Your pastor? Who be benefiting? Your activists? So let's don't get it twisted. If you really fighting, because at one time, even Martinum had to play the game when it was called the Big Six back then. Even I got some stuff on W.E.B. Du Bois we can pull up. Hold on. Let me just show you how long this stuff go back. But we don't want to admit it, because you're looking for a savior and you're asking for Jesus to come back. Let's be honest. You're looking for a savior and you want Jesus to come back. This is downright diabolical what we doing. And y'all going to the same churches these people going to. But when you go home, your home is a little different. You got to come back to Flint where the water poison. A lot of them pastors, they probably stay outside of Flint. Let me see what Dr. Mose. Oh, okay. Yeah, right here. Dr. Claude Anderson, the most racist institution we have against black people is the Supreme Court. They have never protected us. Every type of mistreatment, abuse that black people is dealing with in this country could blame the Supreme Court. Over the years, the Congress tried to take steps to rectify some of the problems, and the Supreme Court come overturning them. They justify slavery in 1857, the Dred Scott case. They justify Jim Crow and segregation. They justify police brutality. They justify racial profiling against black people, and they justify limiting black political power. But y'all don't want to hear that right now, do y'all? Because oh crap, let me hold it up. We're gonna get to this because we finna get down because it seemed like a lot of us forgetting where we done came from. While I was just reading. And what's up, Common Sense? Y'all know I can't play with y'all all day. And I love to talk to y'all. But we're gonna get to business though. We're gonna get down to some real business. We're gonna go back in history and understanding why we right here. What it do, Common Sense in the building. Thank y'all for tapping in. Hey, I'm with you too, Dream. I hope the robot buy cars too. Let me play this right here. Since y'all, we don't understand what's going on. We keep forgetting. Y'all see the color of them people right there, right? Because we got to give a little backdrop on what's going on in today.
Racist institutions in America.
I love them.
Is the United States Supreme Court. And I still cease with a total, absolute amazement as to why black folk keep going to the court system. It doesn't make any sense. The deck is stacked by the United States Supreme Court. The United States Supreme Court has never ever done anything and benefit black folk. Never. And they aren't going to do it. You've had the first 57 to 58 people appointed as justice to the United States Supreme Court were slave owners. Everything subsequent to the 1860s, they were either white racists or people who were totally indifferent to black folk. And one of those two, even to the present time. They don't care about black folk. And what they've done is to make sure that the social construct, the audience of racism in America is the United States Supreme Court. That's why when the second Constitution was written in the 1860s, and you had a few liberal whites, radical Republicans those days said, we got to correct some of these things that's going on. And they crafted the second Constitution. The second Constitution was made up of the 13th Amendment, the 14th Amendment, and the 15th Amendment. They also passed two civil rights laws, the 1865 and 1866 civil rights laws. They passed those laws all for black folk, newly freed slaves. They passed them for newly freed slaves. The Supreme Court jumped in immediately, and they used that same little schemes they use today. The first thing they did was say that all those civil rights laws that were passed from 1865 all the way up to the 1880s, about 1889, all those civil rights laws were unconstitutional. Nobody gave them authority to do that. The United States Supreme Court does not have the authority to do what it's doing to you all right now. It doesn't even have authority. But you don't see that black, you got all these black with law degrees. You see one raising hell about it? The United States Supreme Court does not have the authority to mess over you the way they're messing over you. That's why they've never done anything in your favor. They don't have that authority. Congress is the person that sets the rules and law. They are the elected bodies. Nobody elects anybody to the United States Supreme Court. They're the closest thing to royalty in this country, where they get a lifetime job to do nothing but sit there and mess with.
And I'm gonna finish playing this video, but do y'all kind of understand that now? Like, did you hear what he was saying? All these people with so much knowledge, and why they ain't tackle that? Kind of sound like here when you can see the courts, the games they play here. When you can see a girly attorney girly. I'm just saying when they put a subpoena in, but then the other black said just like, okay, well, girly said this, we just let it go. It'll make you think. That's all I want y'all to do is think. Look at the people y'all got. Let me get back to this right here, though, fam. Let me get back, finish playing the legendary Dr. Claude Anderson.
People. based on their own personal prejudices and get away with it because nobody raises Cain about it. They don't have the authority. They didn't do anything after the Marlborough and Madison case back in 1803. Then here, jump up to 1857, and here comes a case called Dred Scott. In the Dred Scott case, a black man then was trying to get his freedom, having moved from Missouri to Illinois, and the Supreme Court, it went to the Supreme Court, and Justice Taney ruled in that, being the Chief Justice, says that in the final ruling in the Dred Scott decision in 1857, it said a black man has no rights that a white man is bound to respect.
Did you catch it? Did you catch it? No rights that a white man is bound to respect. So you can understand when we go to the court system what's going on. This man was trying to get his freedom. I got to recognize Wanda Smith. Good morning, beloved. Thank you for tapping in. And my good brother, Michael Cooley from Greenwood, Mississippi, 62662, point of order. Keep pressure on Davina, diabolical. Yes, Miss Tia, FBA. Like I'm telling you, I feel it, but it's so crazy when we seeing what's going on. I got some other stuff I could have played. I damn near finna fall out with the 154 with Godfrey them when you see the Africans on there. And I like Godfrey, but I'm watching them like play in the stuff and they trying to say, well, we all black. No, I watched that he had a lady that was doing a show. I think she a writer or whatever. It wasn't funny on the stuff, how they was doing it when they were saying how the Nigerians, and they had a black lady on there was only, far as FBA. Here, Marcia A. Tarbert. I got to recognize the queens when they coming in. And that's 1/3 of the firm. And she also is a moderator in the building. So when I'm watching it, and they was trying to justify it, but the skit that she did, it was truth in it, but people got on her. And she was trying to just justify it when she was saying it was just, it was showing that how the Nigerians, all the different people over in Africa. Guess what American black man was at on the totem pole as far as them marrying? Bottom. They had the white man, then it was the FBA. I'm like, damn. And she, it was just a skit. No, this is really how the mindset is. And it's really crazy because I feel like us here in America, even though we have been remixed, that's because, the owner that was owning our ancestors was coming in there mixing. But we would be like distant cousins to the people on the continent of Africa. We just y'all distant cousins. And y'all know how that be when you have your cousins come from down south, where you don't, they're a little different. They talk a little different. Because we already coming in. Like, they different down south and vice versa. Oh, the north, they different up north compared to here. I mean, down there. And it's like the same thing, like this how y'all gonna treat. So y'all going along with the people who tell y'all, because we don't want to talk about immigration. Like I had Brother Roberts over to tell you the stuff they play about blacks. Don't go deal with them. This how they do to the immigrants when they coming in, already giving them a pre-notion that, oh, we not shit. Y'all know I'm recording. They know this. But this the image that they had. Oh, the blacks is lazy. When did blacks become lazy? Answer that. When did we become lazy? Oh, they don't want no jobs. You took the jobs. I remember my uncle used to tell me when you looked at the construction crews, them was blacks back in the days. You couldn't get white people to do them jobs. But we don't want to have that type of conversation about how we being froze out. And truly the reason they want a lot of like them, and then a lot of them jobs that you're not going to get niggas to work them jobs like that no more. Let's be honest. We're not finna work for no $1, $2, pulling up strawberries and all that, and it's not ours. See, but then, the dishwasher. That's a problem with society, with your government. Won't you raise up the minimum wage? See, it's a lot of stuff that we have going on that we seen, but we'll say, it's not racism. People have changed. Change from what? Like, I do want to kind of play this video, but it got music in it and I can't do it. It's called, what is this, Kenta Jawani's Guanjes, how black population was wiped out in Argentina. The whitewashing of Argentina by my grandmother visited Argentina in the 1950s, and the locals proudly told her they didn't have black people there. The few black people seen on the streets were Brazilian. See, we don't want to be honest. A lot of the stuff that we've been seeing going around, like it's just like we said we became lazy when we stopped working for free. Facts. You right on that. We stopped. Yeah, right. Let me see. I've heard discussions with people from Nigeria, and they really don't realize there are really ain't no such thing as Nigeria. Europeans drew lines on a map and called you that to extract resources. Facts. Growing up in the 70s, 90s, I only saw black people, only black brick missionaries. Facts. My uncle used to tell me that stuff. That's what I'm gonna cut the video. I ain't gonna play the music on it. Let me do this right here. I want y'all to see this, family. It's some of the stuff, but hey, listen, I'm praying that it's not AI. I don't want to bring y'all no AI stuff here, but look at some of this stuff right here. Look at some of this stuff. And that's what you blast. I can't even pronounce it. And this is some of the stuff that we see, but yet we acting like we don't see what's going on when you hearing this about the immigrants. But just keep watching. Like, see, we act like, oh, this ain't no stuff that they'd do. Like, we'll think our government won't do this. Look at the neighborhoods. Even though, look at the neighborhoods. The rich on the top, the blacks on, on the bottom. Let's just look, open the floodgates to Europe. Billions of Italians, Spaniards, Germans pour into that. Listen, I'm just saying, give them the jobs. But they say we lazy. I guess them people was lazy too. Oh, you had a lot of that on the plantations too, about them. They was mixing, even though they couldn't stand it, but they would go mix, go have some babies with a couple, have some mulattoes. But see, if we talk about this, we'll say that's not, and this is what you got going on in America. You got this going on in America right now. What's the whole problem? But see, if we have conversations about that, we wrong. We wrong. If we have conversations about telling the truth, really seeing what's going on. But you know what? Don't nobody want to admit that. Like when we hear him send them back, these was the same. Might not be the exact, but I'm thinking that lineage is in there. Same ones y'all saying send these people back home. It was no different than when the blacks was here. We had to make laws so we can have freedom, to get some little freedom. We ain't gonna say all, get some little freedom. But yet we right here. But I can show all y'all this with racism, all these other places, but you can't see it here. Can't even see your community being dogged out. Environmental racism. You don't see that neither. We can't see none of that. None of it. But we'll come on here. We make excuses about, oh, this happened back then. But when do you stop? You cut off the generation curse of how our politicians get in and don't want to help where they come from. When do we stop that? How can you, I'm just being honest. You get these basketball players, NFL players, you know who they'd rather go spend their money at? In a strip club. What the hell is spending 100,000 blowing bottles in the club then? But when they be broke, they can't go back to them clubs and go get no money. They didn't use them up. Let me see, 120 years or so ago, Nigeria didn't exist. Europeans got the Yoruba Hausa and the Igbo fighting while they stole the oil. The whole conversation is crazy. It's classic colonialism. Yeah, but you can't see nobody say that. We sit up here, show you how scandalous stuff is. What's up, Tony Terry in the building? How you doing, beloved? Let me see who did I miss that came in. Concrete, what it do? The lovely Carolyn Hendricks, how you doing, beloved? I don't want to miss nobody, especially none of the women. Wanda Smith, how you doing, beloved? If I miss you, I ain't want to miss nobody. KD, thank you for tapping in. We only, what's up, the lovely Tasha Lynn? And you see Tony Terry coming from that Miami-Dade County, 305, home of Genesis, Miami-Dade County. I'm saying when we see all this stuff going on, it's just ridiculous. And I don't understand how people can't see. Like, did y'all hear? And we get into the comments. Did y'all hear that man sit up there and say the water? You know, it was like, do y'all see what's really going on? How y'all being used in Flint? Can y'all see what's going on from your mayor to your state rep to your Congress people to your council to your senators on how Michigan is being played? What's up, Noble Mac, tapping in from that Cincinnati in the building? I mean, do we really see what's going on? Can y'all understand it? Like, we've been really being played. Oh, yeah, he sure did get traded, man. Look, we lost Dusty Mays up here, so you know I'm tripping. Said that's AI, but it's true. Yo, no, facts. Now, I was just hoping that, you know how they just, you know, sometimes you can put stories together. Man, this AI is dangerous. Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm looking at this stuff, how you can replicate somebody's voice. Do you know AI? Like, I remember watching the movies, what is it, Time Cop, the Minority Report, all this stuff that we headed to. You can see it, the flock cameras, but we don't have it. The cameras don't work when stuff is being taught on, like me and Winter. The fires, what's the thing that got damn, Deborah sent it to me last night. Fires our air quality. When nobody mad that we don't even have air quality no more. And when do we wake up and realize ain't no regular folks went up there and stole no equipment like that? And you mean to tell me, listen, I understand I'm in this studio. They got cameras in each hallway. So if somebody do come up here, the owner's not tripping, they got cameras. Now, we know when people take cameras, it's because they trying to hide some of the cameras went on. They trying to keep some hid. This we do know. But y'all let that slip by. No different than when that move pressure went through and knocked down the D&H store. What's up, Debbie Clark, one half of the Wonder Twins in the building. How you doing, beloved? What's the other people? What's the funeral home? But then nobody caught it. But then they end up catching somebody. Allegedly. Now just think about all of that. Who knew how to work that? Was that a disgruntled employee, or was that somebody that was paid to do a job? Maybe he got a little sloppy with it. But see, we don't never look at none of that, because you know why they don't want to touch into that? Because you can come up missing talking about going off into business that's going on. People will get knocked down. Now, I hope we keep Bowden, Boykin Jr., try to keep this team together to next year. Boy, we got played. The lovely Demetria Brown. How you doing, Queen? I'm just saying, like, because think about it. I'm listening to this about the kids. Oh, they talk about the kids. I get it. The kids are bad. I'm seeing the mayor tried to put that. You see, he got the article 30% doing the crime. I get it. But why they not talking about the other pressures that might add to crime in this community? Let me see. I don't know. You two might be limiting stuff. Oh, damn. I don't know. It's probably just stopping people. You know what, brother? I'm gonna send you this other link. Let me send you this other link. See if it'll let you comment. Then let me see what Mark said. I think people see what is going on, but the question becomes what you gonna do. I know. So split that you cannot organize. Remember what happened to Bev? She handed you the council and it split after that. Did you know what? But you know what it was, Mark? Then he's getting raise him up. I'm gonna tell you what's really going on with that, because you got people up in here, like I said yesterday. You got the other ones waiting on their turn. Let's be honest, they waiting on their turn. I don't know why it's saying it's not available. They messing with me right now. My stuff should be playing, but I'm finna try to send it to y'all. Hold on, I'm finna try to send it this way. Let me send this one to the brother. Let me send it this way. Let me send it to my brother this way. Elliot, check it this way. Let me go with Ken. Let me see. I'm trying to send it directly to y'all, because I don't know why it's doing that, saying it's not available. I sent it to you, brother. See if you can check your Wilson name. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm a good fella. I'm not an evil person. I respect everybody. But I'm just saying in general. I just sent it to you, brother Elliot. See if you can get on it now. Let me see. Let me see what you said. The lovely Debbie Clark. Just for the record, people, I'm not suicidal, homicidal. Something happened to me and miss me, Bev. Look into it. Shit. But you're doing the right thing. That's why I'm putting it up there, beloved. You right. God, this what I'm saying. See why we gotta put stuff up here saying we not suicide because they don't want the truth out. They've been killing people for the truth. They don't want to vote for change, Granny G. People don't see nothing wrong what's going on. Mine doesn't work either. Okay, how's it working now? Because I'm you on here now. I don't know what it is. I just you up here. I don't know why it's doing that. Say, right. But you know what? Let me tell y'all something, Mark. I had to go to my okay. I don't know why. I get it. I know what happened. I sent out the wrong live. I'll be messing up too. I don't know why you too. But Elliot, I just sent it to you. See if you can come on that one. I got it. Let me see. Okay, you had to go to your phone, brother Elliot, and see if it'll work like that. You and listen, family, but this was allowed to happen. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not gonna be I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I met the brother Leon when I was recording for Black Lives Matter. I'm gonna be real with you. This one, me and Shatara, I was recording. You know, me and her was doing the show. I ran into Leon. As a matter of fact, it was doing the 2022 council race. Well, I want to say the lovely shit. What's her name? She on the school board. God damn it, I can't think of her name, but she's a trustee on the school, Claudia Perkins. I remember we was there when you know what I'm saying. I met the brother there. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I met him in person, he seemed cool. At this time, they was talking about who was they gonna support. Was they gonna get behind Dr. Weaver or was they gonna get behind Neely? Doing this what's the name? And I meant, was that 22? Was it 21? Yeah, it was 21. What's the name? Go out and come back in. The device does not work. Trying everything is working on our end. Thank you. All right, good looking. Good looking. Dr. Winston came in. What's up? Georgia boy on this in the building. Let me see. I said, it's the same all the time. Things I brought up, but no one talks about it anymore. The air quality equipment has not been discussed again, which makes no sense. Good morning, the lovely Kobe Fatty in the building. It don't make no sense that it's not being talked about. But we can sit up here, we'll talk about John. We'll talk about Jed. We could talk about Dr. Weaver. We can even talk about Neely. We can talk about Liddell. We can talk about all of them. Why y'all ain't talking about the air quality? It's out here now. I'm like, I'm dead serious. I don't know if I was reading something. I'm like, why we not saying nothing? I'm dead serious. Okay, I'm just getting some stuff together. Let me go ahead. I'm telling y'all, people, I know they dogging me out because I'm on their ass this morning. But and this goes back once again. We don't want to talk, and I get it. They've been tearing houses down with asbestos and all this stuff going on. But you know how the game goes. And I'm with this. Go get everyone who did it. Go back and get everyone. I'm not into the point where I'll be like, no, I'm not gonna go back. No, go back and get them. Go back and get them. I'm not gonna even lie. Go back, but also get the one who did it now too. Don't leave them out. Go, but usually it's one who here and got caught in the cookie jar. That's who usually get it. And we can say, oh, but they've been doing this. I'm trying to say this respectfully. Are we that naive that it's all right because we getting poisoned in 2026? Well, it was poisonous in 2015, so we ain't no sense to talking about it. That's like the foolishness of us. And I get it. Some people might look at it like, well, this is the case of the friends, brothers, and in-laws. And I'll say it again. Me and Quincy was cousins, and I had aunties calling me and cousins from over. Like, hey, cuz, come on, you got no. Like I told him, am I disrespecting him? And I'm talking about his policies stuff that they voting up there. I'm not talking about the individual. Never disrespecting him on that aspect. He might have didn't like the stuff that we were saying, especially me. I get it. You like, man, we might be third. That might be my third cousin, but damn, man, but the thing is, I'm with right. I do not care. When he did the right thing, I spoke on it. Good morning, the lovely sweet cupcake on break. Thank you for tapping in, beloved. But we got to put away this because this is my cousin. This my friend. You know, we hung out at the club and we was drinking, we was doing this, but we talking about people's health. We talking about the health. Shit, I'm just saying, we just seeing people. We got Art doing a cancer cluster study. Doing a cancer cluster study. He even trying to get this for people with kidneys going now. All these dialysis places popping up. Like, do y'all understand it's like Flint is like a death sentence? But it's all right because it ain't hit me yet. It ain't hit my home. It ain't hit my family. And I don't understand why blacks, we have to always go through that. Well, when it happened to me, then I'll worry about it. That's the most saddest thing in the world. We got to go through this to honestly see. And it's like, it's all right. People don't care, especially the ones who getting their money. They ain't giving a damn because they getting their money. And I get it. If I was getting mine, I'd probably, but I know I wouldn't. I'm not even going to put me in them same boat. I'd have still been saying, man, we got to let the people know. Let me see. Allegedly, this from Granny G. The air is already bad because the specials in the air. Shaking my head. No one says get out now. They not going to say nothing because it's a money game. That's the only thing I've been wanting people to. It's the money game. We sit up here. We can make excuses. Oh, snap. Dennis Justin came in with some shit. Breaking news. Breaking news. I know. I got to put it up. It seems like he the only one. How is he the only one can know these things and not the so-called other smart ones? Flint politics reboot. This coming from Dennis Pfeiffer. Some call him Fife Dog. Some call him Tarzan. I just want him to do his job. He said, why is this reported on the Neely County reports for his campaign? Let me see what this is. Ashley Capital. God damn, they gave him how much? I had to come up and look at that. Oh, that was back in 723. $5,000. Shit. Now, how much did the other people get? I had to go look at that. Damn. I don't know. People don't care. And that's Ashley Capital. And if y'all think Ashley Capital, let's just say allegedly they behind the data centers, because I'm not saying they is allegedly. They just gave this man $5,000 in 23. And that's a fact. And y'all mean to tell me them data centers ain't finna get pushed through? Man, I get, but you know what? Ain't no sense to putting this up. That's why I put that. I voted for Kamala just to irritate y'all, which I did. Let me see. I sure will, beloved. Sweet cupcake on break. I sure will. Say when it dies, it'll be way too late. So may not be able to spend it. Sure won't. Let me see. That was in 24 when the Smurf made the announcement about the Buick site and the planning and development taking place. That was the beginning of the data center planning, allegedly. Facts. What's up, the beautiful Sherry Allen is in the building. How you doing, beloved? I'm just saying, like, but y'all can sit up here and like, we got the kids out. Yeah, the kids is out, but hell, let's be real with this. And I'm gonna be honest. When I was at Juneteenth, I saw parents down there walking with little kids blowing weed. I didn't say nothing. I was just like, hey, this is probably every household is ran different. Not gonna lie, I smoked weed, but I didn't do it in front of my kids. I'm be honest with you. Didn't do it in front of my kids. Cause I grew up in the era where My parents them did stuff. The kids was in the base. I mean, we was outside. You couldn't sit up in an adult's face like that. Now, if you was 18, you know, you had some cousins that was grown, that was a little grown. They let get away. It was one in every family. But you didn't get to do that. You didn't get to do that. Now, I know I ain't come from the only family that hold rules like that, because I was hearing when people said the street lights come on. But see, what we done made everything, well, I ain't gonna lie to my kid. I'm gonna show my kid. I'd rather them do it here. That was one of the biggest goddamn mistakes they ever made. I'd rather my kid get high at home. Look what you done created. It was supposed to be some fear. Good morning, the lovely, beautiful Mama Quill in the building. How you doing? What's up, Aunt? This ain't these, like, y'all acting like the rules done changed. It ain't the rules done changed. You got the ones who done came up. Cause, like, let's just be honest. Being OG, and yeah, I'm not trying to say it, you had to earn it. Shit. Now, what's up, Yogi G in the building? How you doing, beloved, coming from that 202? And that's DC, formerly known as Chocolate City. Y'all acting like, oh, we wasn't sneaking out. Listen, ain't nothing changed. It's just the parenting has got weaker. But you came in, we came up, and we didn't make the rules, but I know we followed them. Oh, you can't whoop your kid. Time out. That ain't how we grew up. That's how other cultures might have did. And I'm gonna say the dominant culture in this. We didn't grow up like that. You got your ass whooped. Wasn't no back and forth. None of that. You got on some things I done slacked on. I'm not gonna lie to you, but my kids ain't did. They did some things. But I remember mainly I didn't think he was gonna make it the way he was getting his ass whooped coming up. I was having to tell his mama stop. Enough. I can count on one hand how many times I whooped my kids. Now their mama's a total different thing. Total different thing. She believes, kind of remind me of my old man, she believed putting foot to ass. Me, I believe in, I'm going to talk to you, see if we can get it. And then if I got to whoop you, I just got to whoop you. It is what it is. But we don't want to have that conversation. It's the parenting skill. But it was also created through this government. Not saying this current one, but through generations. Oh, you can't whoop your kids. You can't do this. But when the police whooping your kids' ass, snatching them up, doing it's acceptable. That's why I'm not so big on more police. Did the Black Panthers need more police to come in there to watch? Because it was called community. We don't have that no more. What y'all gave us was drugs. You did everything to try to destroy the Black community, but it also leaked over there to other communities. But we not going to say where the president was wrong. I'm sitting up here listening. I was watching that stuff. I'm listening to how these people, it was all right to give January 6th that Trump gave them 1.8 billion slush fund. I mean, because they was dead wrong. What about what about the Black Panther Party? What about Malcolm X them? What about Martin Luther King? What about Medgar Evers? Where's they reparations come in at? Where's the Black reparations came in at? Because we keep forgetting all of that. And let's not forget about what happened down there, what was it, Mississippi burn. Remember when they killed the one black guy and the two Jewish the two Jewish fellas that was with him, and how they buried them down there. But remember, they all couldn't be buried together. How the funeral, I'm just saying, look at the stuff that we endured. But because some people went to the White House, defamed. And see, they don't want to mention none of that, how they took shits in there, did all type of stuff. Even when I was listening to the lady, oh, it was the FBI. But then if your government was part of the January 6th thing, if they did this and they tricked some fools to go do that and think it was all right. And then Trump let them out. Said they was under attack. But they overlook. See, that's that playing in your face. But what about your blacks that you had here enslaved? What about them? What's up, Paradise? And Paradise is running for third ward. I'm just saying, when do we care about any of that stuff? We're gonna let the asbestos in the air go away, but we sitting up here complaining about I'm just saying, like, we don't have our priorities together. We don't. Where's the community at that you can build on? Where is that at? I keep hearing them, let's go get more police. What have the police been doing? Then you just hear that mother last night saying when she did a child, to come grab him, Tanya Jones. I'm not saying it verbatim, but if the police were scared, came there, did this, maced them down, a wellness check. I'm just saying, when do we wake up? When do we wake up? But you know what y'all could be happy about? Oh, if y'all see somebody that y'all knew, if y'all see somebody, bear macing people, right? What happened to the one officer that was set up that maced that dude? They say he was going through cans of mace. That's how bad he was macing people. The brother laid down hog tied. Then it kind of remind me when I seen how they did the alligators when they be getting them, tie them out. He's sitting there just spraying them. And you got about there and there's 7, 8 cops right there. But y'all don't see nothing wrong with that. Y'all ain't acting like when you seeing more cops, is y'all even doing checks on these cops that's coming here? What happened to the cops that sprayed the mace on the losses, them stuff? Good morning, Donnell Merida. In all honesty, what should have went down since them police, and I believe they probably would have dropped the case. Let them square off one-on-one with them officers that did that. And I'll show you that them officers wouldn't want to mess with that. Good morning, the lovely Eleanor Wicker. Good morning, beloved. They wouldn't have did that. They wouldn't have did that. They only doing that because they feel they in power and can't nothing happen to them. You hear about police. I love how they try to play, them just isolated incidents. Well, hell, when you seeing crime, them just isolated incidents. But they not going to say that. They how they love to do this. Oh, one cop don't make it bad for everyone. Well, goddamn, we can damn near go through all 50 states and see what police have, especially where the black and brown is at. Just gonna be honest with y'all. Let's just be real. We get showed it every day in our face. You had, like, I'm looking at these, but if it would have been Black Lives Matter that rushed Congress like that, Trump wouldn't have waited to call in. He would have, let's get him out the way. But you can't see it that, because I get it why most people can't see, because what they saw was their own. They saw their own. They didn't see no wrong. That's why when you look at the Carmelo Anthony case and you see how the police didn't want to put the video out there. We got people, he did this, but what about the police officer that killed that baby off a lie? Because they don't see us as human. I played it for you how they felt. They don't see you. That mind state is still prevalent in 2026. But we sit up here and act like it ain't true. 2026. Yeah, it's going to be crickets on that. And you want to place trust in them now. Weren't these the same cops that were dragging elders and residents out of council meeting? Hey, listen, they want it because listen, Yogi, sometimes we are our own worst enemies. And I'm telling y'all, and I get it. Believe me, I get it. I had to get it understood. When they did that 95 crime bill, what they did, they took the pain off the mothers, because I lost family, a brother. We lose people to violence. But they took the pain and hurt of mothers. And that's what they did when they took the dads out the home. See, they not bringing that up when you took the dads out the home. They did everything to try to neutralize a parent being a parent. Now, don't get me wrong. You do have some parents who went overboard. The child abuse, that should be dealt with. It should be dealt with. But it seems like we being relaxed, because when the police get you and they get you in their system, they going to treat you like dog shit, put you to work. But it's all right when they do it. But that's how they got us confused. They took the hurt and pain of mothers. Not to let's say, but they didn't tell you when you knocked off the Black Panther Party, when you did everything that destroyed that was helping our community. What's up, Jeff Johnson in the building? That's ATL, you heard? They maced the peaceful protesters there and had snipers when they asked for a conversation with the mayor. Listen, I'm telling you what I see, and I'm being honest with y'all. Let me see. The Flint City cop that they sent when Tanya Jones called for a medical pickup for her son last week was brand new to force. He didn't know how to handle the situation. It was set up for no different than what we seen when I seen, like I told y'all, when I ran in Miss Taylor and I saw honoring them when they was here. We ran into I guess the fella they sending up here for the Democratic Party. I ran into that where he was meeting at. And it was something, and it's no knock to the fella, because I did, showed him I was 8'10", maybe he can start watching this or whatever. But the Democratic Party don't respect blacks anymore. They don't respect us as their voting base. Because I'm seeing all the stuff that's going on and we allowing it. Okay. Okay. Okay, that was yesterday video. I got it. They just said yesterday video. I can't let me get right here. Okay, y'all know I'm getting these emails. Somebody was trying to report my page. I think the mayor mad because I played that video the other day about that house being demolished. Good morning, the lovely Felicia Martinez. How you doing? But like I said, but this is how they do though, Denise. They send people up here who really don't get the grasp of it. And this ain't nothing new. This is what they do this on purpose. To me, it's like they want to create the situation, then they can come in and be the savior, the God complex. The savior complex. No different than the mayor. You see what he did. As soon as this voted, he got, was it channel whatever? The mayor's putting this for this bill. But he's not telling you that's still not enough. You heard people up there saying, oh, the parents. I do believe, listen, I'm not one. Nothing. Not a damn thing. Nothing. They sending inexperienced people here. Let's just be honest. They sending inexperienced people, and the ones who could quit acting like this mayor is such. Listen, he might got the connection, but they got them. He's a puppet. Don't get it twisted. Do we got to go back when Mott made him give an apology? Don't get it twisted. What he is a tool that they can use, and they using him well. They using him well. But it's no different than anybody else. Let's be honest. It's no different than anybody else. Because ain't nothing finna change for us. Let's quit playing. We can see 2 or 3 people. We got the blacks in charge, but you know what it's going to say? Because I have done it. Well, when the white man, the thing is, when do you stop it? When do you stop it? We got Davina up here playing games. I was listening to all that stuff for council. They knew all this stuff in time. Why Davina ain't said nothing? Davina holding back. How is it only that Candace and Judy the only one knowing everything that's going on? Do y'all see anything wrong with that? Do y'all see anything wrong with how you can have administration come down there and basically disrespect the council? Them people in them wards voted for them people to come be able to get them answers. How's all this stuff we don't know what's going on? Like, come on, family. I know y'all not going for this again and again and again. The lawyer being disrespectful. I don't even know how she has a job, to be honest with you. But once again, when the council people is not, because we say, oh, Eric Mays. So what it mean? When Eric Mays left, went back to the ancestors, so did the fight? Because that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing with Eric Mays want to let that go. So that meant when Eric Mays left, went back to the ancestors, all the wisdom and knowledge left with him. No, don't know how to question, because Eric wouldn't have went for it. But my question is, why is these people going for it? Why is our sitting council people going for this? Why not? And I do get it. I'm going to be honest with y'all, and it's just my humble opinion. I believe, and I really believe the people that's doing the support, I really believe they want this to go down. Like they don't really want to stop that 75. I ain't saying not all, but believe me, if other people get in here, they want to have that same benefit. And it's no shot to Mick for mayor, but when Mick for mayor said, "Hey, I would have went down there," what in my humble opinion, what he is saying is that when I get up in here, I'm gonna be doing the same thing. You're gonna have to come down there. That's just my humble opinion. Let me see. I got this from the lovely Felicia Martinez Fountain sponsor. And she coming from New Jersey by way of the East Coast. Shout out to the lovely, the beautiful Felicia Martinez. Mickey's Roll Call is sponsored by the 1 million Albanians who were protesting Jared Kushner's land grab to build a massive luxury resort. I bet 47 is big mad his son-in-law can draw a bigger crowd. Wow. You're going to say that was a small one compared to him. Let me see. The cop got knocked to the ground. Then all of a sudden more cops showed up. They had to been watching. Then they maxed her son in her car. He had sick and ceiling. His eye problems. Luckily, not. Listen, it's a lot. Mace, I got you. Don't get it twisted. Neely is a willing participant. He is no different than Rutherford, Williams, Whalen. He just looked more similar. Please see the hustle. Stanley Weaver, bad. Neely, good. Really? Facts. And that's the same thing. Like, don't get me wrong. I know that administration don't really care for me. I'm gonna be honest. From the Weaver to the Gilchrist, I'm gonna be honest. But I'm gonna be honest with myself. They got a bad rap. I'm saying got a bad rap. Guilty by association, Weaver with Gilchrist. But Neely didn't get a bad rap for having Johnny Cole next to him. All them people that had Johnny Cole next to him. You notice all of them that went up under the rug and they pushed that. Well, didn't nobody know. But did y'all do y'all due diligence? You didn't see nothing wrong with what was going on. I'm saying even the place that he was able to record his podcast at, all that stuff went up it blew up under the wind. But guess who was still called a pariah? Gilchrist. Oh, he next to Weaver. He can't do this. Neely then stood somewhere next to the people that y'all just be, it's all right because you know what? We like him. We don't like Gil for whatever he did. We don't like him. You know what? These over here is better. And y'all ain't see nothing wrong with that. I thought blacks, we looked at when the whites picked the leader for us, we definitely didn't go for it. But in this day and age, no, you go for it. This day and age, you go for it. You can get up on here. We can hear people. Listen, we were seeing the people that was lying on Dr. Weaver. And that's why I get it. I'm not trying to be a revisionist, but it just, and I told you all the flip-flopping. You had people that was with Weaver. You had people that was with Neely, cross sides. But with this mayor in, has your water got fixed? Allegedly, Weaver left him at 90%. Even with that 90% that she left that job, that was just that little piece right there. The whole infrastructure had needed to be done. Whole pipe replacement. But what it was, y'all know when money come in here, family. Let's not be honest. People went to seeing how we can get money. See, we might look at, Sheldon became a millionaire. But what about the other people who done made millions? Because to me, he still did peanuts compared to the other people that got money. But we can brag. Oh, Sheldon's gonna be a multimillionaire when he leave out. But what did he leave you at? Was your water fixed? We hearing about 20. I guess he can't leave after 2030. Everything that's gonna be needed to be done gonna be done. Your data centers will be here, and it's sad. Yeah. But we helping them play in their face too, beloved Yogi. We helping them play. Good morning to lovely Beverly Biggs Levy. Y'all know she running for a third as a third ward as a right end. Come on, let's be honest. We sitting up here playing. This was like, it takes me back to when Liddell them got on council. Y'all really thought these people was really sent here to help y'all. Y'all really thought they was. Really thought they was. Sad that you've been hoodwinked. You've been bamboozled. You've been led astray. Sad. Mr. Peachy come up there, he'll say his little 1-2 step. But when Mr. Peachy get in there, I put money he's voting for Neely. Mr. Peachy come up there, he want to say all this, but he ain't got on Judy like he should be on Judy. But see, we find it, we'll find it, and we find it amazing when we see a white person calling out a white person on BS. I don't know, like it'd be shocking to us, but I don't know why it's not more fourth warders down there. I don't understand. Like when that lady had to go get 1,500 signature, like to sit down and talk to the mayor, and because I guess she got to sit down and talk to the mayor. Everything is everything. Man, we have a cultural difference in Flint, and people don't want to realize it between the blacks and the white, and throw the Latinos up in there. All of us not agreeing with each other. We all want something different. And then I ain't talking about, you would have hoped that we all be on the same page, but we want clean water. We want our streets did. Go ask over there in the 8th Ward. Go ask the whites how they feel about the mayor. Then go ask the blacks. Then let's come over here to the north side and let's go in the 1st Ward, 2nd Ward, 3rd Ward. Let's go ask. Because like I even hear when people, LaShawn doing the work, what work has LaShawn really done over in the 3rd Ward? Let's be real. We're going to go, what has they really done? I'll start with the 1st Ward. I'm going to put you on freeze for a second, LaShawn. Just give me a second. I'll be back to you. What has really Leon done in the 1st Ward? It was work finna be done anyway. It was held up because the mayor had a thing with Mays. But since Mays was gone, but what work really have been done? I know it's some 1st Warders on here. What work has he really done? We find out that allegedly that he took that $30,000 and fixed up his own property. Why how did that die down? Why ain't nobody saying nothing about that? You took and fixed up your own. Why ain't nobody saying nothing about that? Why ain't nobody saying how that Hasselbrink Center turned into a debacle? Because he had to go along with what the mayor said. Why ain't nobody saying nothing about that debacle over there? But let's get back to the 30,000. You took that money that was given because you was supposed to help the ward, but you fixed up your property. Was them all properties in the 1st Ward, or was it properties in other wards that you fixed up with that 30? I'm just asking, allegedly. 2nd Ward. Oh, we're going to get the 2nd Ward. How nearly become a millionaire making $140K on a W-2 for 6 years? Mathematically impossible. Y'all know the corrupt, but what you going to do? They ain't going to do nothing. They ain't going to do nothing. Hold on 1 second, family. My cousin calling. Hold on. When I tell you people ain't gonna let you be great, I think my cousin being paid by the mayor allegedly. He do this every time when I'm on and didn't want nothing. And I sent him the show, so I know he watching it. I'm just being honest. Got me off. I have to say it's embarrassing to me that Judy is considered an example of a white woman. She is far from an example of any person of any color in some sort of leadership. Die about facts. They let that, but you had the Negro sitting right next to her when I dated a colored. Liddell, I almost got lost. We're going to get to that, Denise. We're going to get to that. But Liddell, let me see. 300 to fix up Meg Center is now on the demo list. Ms. Bibbs said he needs to account for those funds. Facts. So you mean if he got 300,000 allegedly to fix up that over there, the eyesore right there on Flint Park, and it's that DuPont. That ain't DuPont. That's Flint Park. Yeah, DuPont, Flint Park. If he got MLK, my bad, that's Flint Park and MLK on the corner. How you doing, the beloved Maria Carter? When the Queens come in, I got to recognize them. And I'm going to say, if he had, in this 1st Ward, if he had 300,000, allegedly he was on, no, that's a fact, he was on Opera Committee for 3rd Ward, but they've been playing in y'all face the whole time. And so what happened? Now it's on the demolition list. So the city finna demo it. I'm just saying, we got to look at all the games, but it's no different than that property on Clio Road that when Mike Freeman was telling when me and Winston doing an interview that allegedly Ed Taylor's done, and the city gonna demo it. I'm not mad because listen, they looking at it like what other ones did it. But my thing is, you could have still did it, but why wouldn't you fix up what was going on around your area? I'm talking about to Leon. Hey, power to you. Yeah, that's why I got it right. I said Flint Park and MLK. Yeah, because I was thinking about moons when I was looking. Lord, I don't even know why moons on my mind. Let me see what they said. He sure did and haven't did a thing. No, it was like a fence was up. Oh, they stole the fence. Where's the cameras at over there for, First Ward where you could have saw the people that's still in the fence? I'm just saying, what was they at? Now let me digress. Second Ward. Said we've been saying the city needs an audit. MLK and they need an audit, but that's why I said on that clip I put out. The feds come here, you're gonna see other people going to jail. Let me see what these. Maurice Davis has all the receipts on Leon building and he received money. Yeah, but ain't nothing gonna happen. It's next door to the mini police station. But let's get to the second ward. Liddell done cussed out Pastor Thompson. Now I ain't listen, let me tell y'all something. Don't get me wrong. I still will get a respecter. I mean, I'll still give a pastor the same respect I will give any minister in the Nation of Islam, any, same way I'll give the imams, you know what I'm saying? I give all spiritual leaders respect until I know you're not spiritual. And I still respect you. I'm not a disrespectful person, but I will call you out on your playing your games. Now, that's just me. We get off into it, I'm going to shoot my stuff back too. I'm just going to be honest to you. He used the money to fix his property, allegedly. But I'm saying, was it property in the first ward? Was it property in the second ward? Because I already got property all over. I don't think they know what shame is. No, they don't know what no shame is. The feds aren't coming up here until we get a new Democratic president because these new feds are corrupt. The whole system is corrupt. What's up, what is that, J. Lee Wallace? Thank you for tapping in. I'm just saying a lot of stuff, family, we allowing these people to play with us, play in our face, and we still accept it. We still can't let it go. Monica, and love you back, beloved. This all you can do. All you can do is just try to get this stuff out here to him. I just can't believe that I can't believe I will see a day where so-called these black power people really saying they have on their kente cloth. Listen, when I saw Khalil Muhammad going at Pastor Singleton, I didn't really think the Negro preachers was like this. I didn't understand like that we really have sold out, but I get it now. I honestly do get it. When I saw them pastors all up there on Neely when he was like, oh, we gonna pray for you. We gonna do this, Jesus name, this and that. Then I can go back in the Bible and look at thinking of Moses. Just sitting back looking at it like, what type of people was the Hebrews Moses was dealing with? Can you imagine they mind state? Kind of make you think about the Negroes here. When a person come to help you, when people try to come help us, we so crazy, we say we don't need it. Let me see. Seriously cussing a pastor out in public is uncivilized, period. As taking someone's food card in our community is uncivilized behavior. Please vote better next time. You can't win with a deal. Hell, and then use the people on the lady. This was that she used. Use the people on the lady. Then allegedly, we heard Neely call herself, I'm saying allegedly, about y'all. I ain't got to go back revisionist history about how that thing was. He wanted to send somebody to jail because he thought that they didn't do what they were supposed to did. Just let that sink in, that he would allow the people to go against. And Liddell spent this woman bridge card. This is what you got. You got a woman who's overused that woman bridge card, didn't want to pay her for it. Then when the woman called her out, she started sending the NSOs over there, getting stuff tagged allegedly. But this the type of person that y'all want to keep in there. That's what I'm saying. There's no way none of these people can call out Trump. None of these people, from your governor to Rivet Can't none of them call none out. What's up, Jennifer Stanton? Thank you for tapping in, beloved. Republicans are the ones fighting for our rights. What is Whitmer doing for the injustice of water funds? To be honest, Jennifer, they might be fighting, but I don't know if they really fighting for it's. They might be fighting just to get themselves back in power. I'm not gonna say the Republicans is better and the Democrat. Both of them ain't shit to me, to be honest with you. Both of them, because it was up under a Republican governor that this Flint crisis went down, and it was just it was kept going up under a Democratic governor. But both of them is cool. Both of them is cool. Both of them is cool. And that's what I'm saying with this Flint thing. Where do we get some help at? Where do we get it at? And it's crazy. Where do we get it at? We hoping that these people that y'all see that's running, is they really going to jump up and really not going to be, you know what I'm saying? Is they going to succumb to the evil? If you don't get slapped in the face when Neely took a photo with the pastors and praying, it looked like the orange guy photo. You're stupid. But they don't see nothing wrong with that. Man, they don't even care. Look, Neely people know he a liar. You know what they say? Because I done heard some tell me when they was like, well, we tell him, they was like, but he our liar. I was like, what? When they said he our liar, I said, wow. So it's all right because he y'all liar. I said, damn. The Republicans fighting to put your black ass back in chains. Let me see the crazy. That's crazy. They allow those responsible to get off facts. But we don't see nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm saying. Up on the Republicans, they're like everybody. Yeah, I can buy, but you can. But Jennifer, a lot of them can't. Hell, I done seen some people get on council didn't have cars, got cars. What's up, James? Thank you for tapping in, coming from that Beantown, Boston. That is. I'm just saying, we can go back. Listen, we got a mayor that won't even. You got a governor that won't. She went on. That's why I don't really like deal with these celebrities like that. I don't like even the politicians. I know they ain't nothing but liars, and I know the ones who want to come in. You might don't start out a liar, but you're gonna finish one. Because at the end of the day, they Neely know a lot of people on. Neely know. That's what I'm saying. Neely done went to his people. Listen, let me get these in. They're gonna do what I say. Let's give them a little money. Yeah, they love Marion Barry in D.C., but he was trying to do things, man. I'm not gonna say all of them. You had blacks in the day who was trying to uplift. Maybe they had a lot of that talented 10th mentality that you see with this boule, because we got that going on now. Like, damn, I had one on the boule I wanted to play for y'all, just to show you the games that be played. But if we do it, but I forgot, I was doing a lot of things. That's second ward, right? Liddell. Let's get to the third ward. Third ward she came in, she couldn't even get the people in, LaShawn couldn't even get the people in that ward to vote for her. She had to come straight in as a write-in. Straight in. What has LaShawn really did? LaShawn, just to show you what this, I'm dealing just, we went through two, two full of shit too. She full of shit. Third ward. Remember, two, y'all are, Liddell ain't worth a dime politically. Get to the third ward. I'm not a Neely girl. Have y'all seen her vote anything? Hell, from what I'm been hearing, LaShawn going to sleep in the meetings. Y'all passed a budget without even asking questions. LaShawn, Liddell, Leon. LaShawn, get up there. I'm not a Neely girl. I'm not a Neely girl. You done voted for everything Neely said. 4-4. I think, allegedly, she's prejudiced. I don't care because if she got a couple black friends. I watch how certain things that she do and how she respond. But it wouldn't be the first time, allegedly, that we have people on these, racist people on boards. There's nothing new. It's nothing new in America. It's just life. It's nothing new. People act like America has like they don't use the N-word. Use the word nigga to us. Come on, cut the crap. Let me see. And now they use Marion Barry to manipulate people like Mays. Let me see. Marion Barry made many people very rich and gave great service. Don't let the media fool you about Marion Barry. Him and Neely ain't the same at all. Please read Marion Barry biography. I listen. I know this. I know this mayor here. Hell, if you go look listen, we go to the first black mayor of Flint. Don't get me wrong. I respect a lot of people on what they say, but he was still put in by the powers that be. Remember, he was going to step down if they didn't want to let blacks be able to move around, out, from the little area that was confined in. Yeah, and they forgot about that. Crashed out at a store. Through M&Ms, this and that. Y'all, listen, they putting people in. I don't think we are getting the best qualified people in Flint that's running. I'm just going to be honest with you. We ain't getting the best qualified. We getting a lot of hustlers that's coming along. I'm not saying all, but we getting a lot of hustlers coming on, in my humble opinion. Like I say, 5th Ward, cool. JWC, she probably she ready to go. 6th Ward, don't get me wrong. Tanya be out there fighting. It's how you want to believe it. It's how you want to look at it. But do I think she better than them first 4 that I just named? Hell yeah, and JWC is too. To me, they try to fight, but I just feel like it ain't got it in them. JWC, let me just go on. She gonna get her point across, let me go on. Tanya, like I said, she done been fighting, but do I think they know all? No, I don't think she probably, but she's not made, so I can't expect her. I think she do fight for the people. I think she try the best that she can do, but she gotta juggle on certain things. She gotta juggle. Let's be honest. She has to juggle. 7th Ward, she's showing you who she for. She about 7th Ward. She's about that organization who running Court Street, Central Park, that cultural area by the college. That's what she more worried about. She don't care about the other side of the 7th Ward. Let's be honest. Candace trying to use that same play Neely got. Let me use some of these big words for y'all thinking, I know what I'm talking about. 8th Ward. I just wish he would show up. But when Dennis do show up, Dennis be coming down with it. But I feel Dennis, man, I ain't got time to go back and forth. Dennis hit some of the coldest shit I ever heard when he said the council is majority black. Why y'all not voting for nothing on the north side? 9th Ward. Jonathan was probably the best that y'all had because he would be down the middle. He would go down the middle, but y'all ain't want that. Y'all don't want nobody who down the middle. Y'all want somebody that y'all control and have do it y'all way. And that's how I know we as black people are crazy. Crazy as hell. And if they don't, and I'm not being funny, and I'm just saying this, if they do get Michael Harris in the 9th Ward, they deserve him. And that's not no knock. They deserve him. Because when y'all did have somebody that you could have called, Jonathan would take y'all call. Y'all tried to chew that man and spit that man out because he didn't do what we wanted him to do. He didn't vote the way we needed him to vote. Or we feel he is who he is. We can't make people be us. That's our problem right there. What's up, old gamer? Thank you for tapping in. Shit, listen, this mayor we got couldn't even. I hate when they try to compare him to Coleman Young down in Detroit. Neely ain't no great mayor. Let's stop that first of all. He's not no great mayor, the best mayor of Flint. He's the best mayor for the people that he's benefiting. I will say that. And the little crump snatchers he got around him. And it's probably, like I say, crump snatching ain't just started up under Neely. But hot damn, if we're going to go by that, whoever the next mayor going to be, you can't say nothing if he bring his crump snatching crew in. Because we going by what people, they did it before. Yeah, they did it before. But when do you want it to stop? Y'all don't want this stuff to stop. Y'all want to keep this going on. But like I say, it's easy to point out John as a Miss Biggs or her calling out stuff about whether we like them or not, whether this your friend or not. But the thing is, if it was asbestos out in the air, ain't that a bigger crime? Is that a bigger crime? Is it old gamer? No, just going. I was just having a conversation because I was looking at how these people, the residents of Flint, really think they finna get some help from these new council people that's coming in my humble opinion. They really think that, and like I say, I have went to sleep and woke up. But they don't want to compare him to him. They don't want to, because he's nothing but another Dane Whalen, in my opinion, too, Mark. But we don't want to be real. All these people that's running, these Negroes really think that they finna get them 6 votes to handle this mayor. When then and the majority of the people is the mayor gonna be in, he gonna be in their pocket. I mean, he gonna be helping them. Oh, how you can reach out to me, Monica? You got to count. I'm gonna be there at y'all candidate. And I saw you. I'm gonna be at your candidate thing tomorrow. I'm gonna be there. Don't worry about it, beloved. I'm in that thing tomorrow. But you can also hit me on my 810 News Media Group on Facebook or 810 News Media Group at gmail.com or hit me on my Mickey Jordan Facebook page. But I'm in y'all thing tomorrow. Don't even worry about it, beloved. You know I support the Southside City of Hope. Let me see, Marion Barry may have been good for peeps, but he was a major embarrassment to us. I lived through all that craziness. Okay. Now, what's up, Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis in the building? You know, beloved, you know I got you. Don't you worry. Crazy. Oh, yeah, now I understood what you were saying, common sense. I got it. But my thing is, but ain't nobody look at Snyder. Like, nobody was mad about that. And I'm just saying, when it came down, listen, family, I don't know how much more. Damn, my nose here is just growing. I gotta, man. I don't know. Like I said, to me, it's like, and I'm being honest, and I be with my cousin. It could be my cousin Zeke, and there's some stuff going down. I don't want, hey, cuz. Now we hearing this. Once it hit the news, I'm gonna talk about it. Family or not, you need to get that together. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not so caught up in where I wouldn't have went. I would have gave him heads up, like, cuz, we're gonna have to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Get it together. But we don't have that here. These people would be like, man, listen, man, they've been doing this. And that's crazy. Yeah, John Lewis was after Snyder, but you see how that went down. Ain't nobody else brought it up in Congress. The only big money families are going to give residents that are poor and suffering is the boot. There isn't going to be relief from the master plan for anyone that's already struggling sadly. Right. And then you gotta wonder with these council people that's running. And I'm saying this to all of them. I respect y'all, but once y'all get in them seats, it's not gonna be anything different than how I'm doing these ones that's in the seat now. I'm not gonna play the game with you. If you do some BS, I'm gonna call you out on it. Because I see a lot of y'all running saying, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I want to see when you get in there. Because one thing I do know, what you say and how you vote is not the same. No, Elliot ain't running. No, brother, I know you're not running. And I'm being serious. I'm not finna change nothing. I'm gonna be the same way we was on Leon. And when I see some of these people coming in, and if y'all supporting this nonsense to the people that was in that seat, I'm looking at y'all sideways now. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I'm not. Listen, I'm even looking at activists that was rolling around with Liddell. I'm looking at all of y'all sideways. I'm looking at all of y'all sideways. I'm not for it. I'm not for it. No problem, beloved, no problem. Said all John Lewis is talking about was good trouble. LOL. I feel you. Snyder, he did get a free pass. I'm not playing. I'm not finna come up here and play no game and be like, oh, because you in there, you can. No. I hold these people accountable. You need to hold them accountable now. You need to hold them accountable. Now, quit waiting till they get in them seats. Check their asses and see where they finna be at. Like, I get it. Don't get me wrong. But a lot of that stuff, ours with the kids being out, that's parenting rules right there. That's parenting. I'm going to be honest with you. That's parenting. I don't give a damn what nobody say. We be disrespecting our kids when we blow weed in them. I mean, not weed in them, blow weed in front of them. Let them sit around, be around adult conversations. Nip that shit in the bud. And then you probably can have kids back on the right path. Nip that in the bud. First, stop letting them see what you're doing. And to the ladies, if you got kids, quit letting every dude come around your kids if you're not in a relationship. Quit bringing them around. See, these certain things we can do different. Same things with the fellas. I get it, if you is raising your kids, but no, show them that a woman, that how it is, like how we seen Big Mama. We ain't see Big Mama rolling, and I'm not gonna be funny. And Big Mama had kids outside of Granddaddy. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. But they knew how to do it respectfully. They wouldn't come in all in and was letting everybody see what was going on. Let's go back to respectability. Starting in your own household. Don't make it acceptable where your kid can sit up there and do drugs in front of you. Let's start at that. Let's get on that drug culture. Let's quit sending our kids, letting them wear makeup at elementary, eyelashes, all of that on there. Let's start with how we dress our kids. Let's get on that first of all. You know what I'm? Let's get on that. Let's start there first. Start in the house rules while you got to get people on the outside to tell you how you got to raise your kid. If you did accountability, that is something. A lot of this up. Like hearing the lady say the kid, that's a damn shame if a mama depending on her kid, he got to sell drugs to pay bills. Should have never been like that. Get off your ass, quit watching TV, and go get a fucking job. That's what you should do. That's crazy. You sitting up. My son couldn't come in my house selling drugs and doing no stuff like that because I don't preach that to them. I don't like, listen, even when they be watching them, I don't even like watching them type of dumbass movies no more, to be real with you. I watch stuff, and I'm not saying I don't watch movies with shooting in it. Don't let me be real. But I try to watch stuff like Harlem Nights, Devil in the Blue Dress, the Debaters with Denzel. I like to watch Denzel, The Inside Job, different stuff like that. I don't need to see what selling drugs is. We grew up in that. We seen how Flint was and to how it is now. But be parents, quit trying to be cool with them. That's the problem. We created that. Y'all let somebody come tell y'all, well, I put him in time out. And I'm going to whoop your ass, and then we're going to figure it out later on. Ain't finna keep going back and forth with you negotiating with a kid. That shit ain't come up in our household. This some new shit. That's somebody else trying to put on our community what we don't have the same luxuries of every community family to even be playing these games, having these conversations. Go back to the old rules. You get out of line, you're getting your ass whooped, point blank. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. That's just craziness right there. And all the guns. What you think? You got I'm not saying you don't supposed to have no guns, but are we serious? Like, we expecting? That's what I'm telling you. I don't want to go off into my history, but I grew up with uncles like the hustle, did all that. They didn't tell us like, no, this is what you supposed to do. When we was coming up, it was go to school, get a job. This is what we was being told. If you got a hustle, not illegal hustle. Because we're always told, look, man, you don't want to be sitting all that time in jail. I'm just telling you. Some of this stuff that they glorify in jail. What you need a movie on that this was going on in jail? Sickness. But this what America love. This what we love. We was a country founded by sickness. If you want to be real, anytime another race feel they can you can listen, until we realize, until you can get rid of this sickness that's going on in America, that's weaving in her very nature. I got hit with them too. I remember my granny, I had to run from her. I just run from my granny when she would try to whip me. I was just take off. That's how I got a scar on my hand because my thumb, I got hooked. You know how the fences had the little things on there like this. Remember, I did that trying to dip out. That was the only thing that saved me from getting a whooping because I was then and had to go get stitches. I got stuck on the fence. Let me see. My children are 48 and 50 years old. I'm still not their damn friend. I'm their mother, and I will get in that. Tell them. Let me see. Not true. Let me see. He wasn't a crackhead. He wasn't perfect, but he was the first president of SNCC, master's degree in chemistry and effective mayor. I think what it, but that's what it is. We'll call us out. But what about, didn't they say, then we have presidents that was getting high? See, it's easy to point us out, but Reagan allowed the drugs to come in. Right, but see, these ain't the new ones we got. Because what you got, brother, old gamer, you had the young ones, because they got the money. The older ones ain't got the money. Now they the shot callers. It's just that, like I say, when you see the way we woven this, man, we messed up. I'm just telling you, we messed up. We need to figure it out. We need to get this shit together, because what we finna get and what's coming down the pipeline is already in there. And believe me, that this system gonna get 5 to 6 votes that's finna vote this stuff in. That's why you got to understand it wasn't by choice. A lot of these people got knocked off of council on certain aspects of it. It ain't a choice where certain people popped up that we didn't see about. It wasn't by choice. We seeing more people that was on that illegal opera committee is running for council. Funny that we seen people who got opera money running for council. Candace was up there trying to get $300,000 for her job, opera money, right? But y'all don't see the people stealing. Then see Liddell when she tried to get him another $30,000, like, well, hell, her thing was the mayor taking, I'm gonna get some too. And that's what y'all not even looking at. What you see with him going through is that they like what I'm talking about the blacks. Judy gonna get hers. They looking at it like, Liddell, she putting it, he getting his, I'm getting my another 30. Just look at him. Even when Leon was asking questions, it was about, because he got a nonprofit, allegedly, that if people gonna be able to do this, he's not asking for no money for the residents. Y'all better wake up. He trying to fatten his pocket, and other people looking at it like, well, damn, let's quit acting like people not talking in the streets. Well, damn, man, I'm getting my money. I'm gonna get mine as I get up there. The mayor know these are greedy people. He knowing, like, you said a liar. You said, damn, not you said that. I ain't no damn liar and shit, man. And not going. Well, you know what, beloved? I'm going to say this. We going to see. We going to see. I'm saying all the ones who running. We going to see. Like I said, the system going to give him 5 to 6 people that's going to vote. You might be one of the ones who don't do it. You might be one, but it's not going to be 5 or 6 of y'all that's going to be going against the mayor that's going to challenge him. I can put money on that, beloved. Look at it now. He found 5 or 6 votes both terms. He said LaShawn won multiple duplicate signatures. Yeah, allegedly. You might be a right one. I'm just saying how it's going to be. When the people get in, and hey, listen, I hope you hold it like that too, beloved. I'm going to be honest with you. Well, now we got one for sure. Well, I say 2 because I said he wouldn't do none of that neither. We got 2. Well, you know, Miss Biggs running for the same seat, but if she get in there, we got 3. Where the other 6 at? You know what, Paradise? This is what we're gonna do, beloved. When you got some free time, I can get you on to do an interview. When you got some free time, I can come on to get an interview from you. What's your schedule like? Maybe you can come on Spacely's, or maybe you can come on with Conspiracy Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can come on the Nip. When is your schedule, beloved? The weeping whoop. Man, listen, I got whooped with a switch. Lord, I don't even want to talk about them things no more. If I called you a liar, beloved, I don't know if I called you a liar. If I did, I apologize. Let me see. But so many people did drugs, though, man. He ain't the only one. What's up, Raphael Bird? Thank you for tapping in. Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You got to get it on. You got to get it on. But family, I got to go. I'm going to come back. But like I said, Paradise, you let me know. Because I saw you Juneteenth. I was on the street. I was the one saying, how you doing when you walked by. I saw you Juneteenth. Down there on, what was that, 5th Street? Zero. I want to know who going to get Paradise. That's what I got to ask. If you do get elected, let's say you get elected, would you want to do investigations on our, do you think we should have investigations going on? Should we do a forensic audit? But you ain't gonna be the only one I ask. I'm gonna ask everybody who running. And let me say this too, as far as when Marion Barry got caught, y'all know we on that 4 today, 4 to 5. It was the drug culture doing that thing. Why we keep acting like this? Yeah. See, it was easy for them to point out Marion Barry and doing drugs, but it was also other people on Wall Street. But it's so easy they want to put the back face on drugs. But family, I'll be back on at 4 o'clock. Me and Brother Elliot, we're gonna get off into that. Hopefully, Paradise, I see you at the data center talk today. Peace, family. Let me get to my point.